प्रभुपाद। श्री श्री राधा माधव की, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की, श्री श्री गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की, श्री निताय गौर भगवान की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
करते हैं। शिव जय जय घोरा चांदी आरती को शोभा करता पकड़ो ना। शिव जय जय घोरा चांदी आरती को शोभा जय। हाँ टच करो नहीं तो होता नहीं। जय चानावे तट बने जगा मन लोभा जा। केवा दक्षिण निताई चान स्वामी गदाधर निताई काटे वताचिने वात छात्र दारा। से बाबा से घोराचा रत्न सिंहासने बसे आरती करे ना ब्रह्मा आदि देवगण देव नारी आदि करे तमार ढोलाया नारा संजय मुकुंद वासो कोशादिगाय शिव शंख ঘণ্টা বাজে বাজে করতাল শঙ্খ ও মাধুরা মৃদঙ্গ বাজে পরম রসালা मधुर 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 बाजर बोल बजा सकते हैं मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे बजा रहे अरे शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंका माधुर 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 बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे शिव बहु कोटि चंद्र जिने वदानवोज्ज्वला बहु गला देशे वनामाला करे झलमाला शिवा शिवा शुकनारदा प्रेमे गदा गदा शिवा शुकना राधा प्रेमे गदा ठाकुर भगति विशोद देखे गोरार संपदा सेवा जायो जय गौरम नादे आरती को शोभा जयो मुरजाना विकट बजे जगा मन लोभा जगा जाना मना लोभा जगा जाना मना लोभा जय पुरंगेरा रते का शोभा जगा जाना मना लोभा Gaurangi Rarate Kashoba Jaga Janamana Gaurangi Rarate Kashoba Jaga Janamana Lobha Jaga jana mano loba jaga jaga jana mana loba Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namah Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachato Deshatarine Namaste Prabhupada. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Bola Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Chant everyone Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Bol सब गाइए Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Gauranga Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Jaya Gaura Nitai Gauranga Jaya Gaura Hare Nitai Molo Jai Satinandana Jai Satinandana Molo Jai Satinandana Gaura Hare Gaura 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 Hare Gaura 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 Hare Gaura Gaura Patita Pavana Gaura Hare Patita Pavana Vola Patita Pavana Gaura Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Bolo Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Bola Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Bola Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hare Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Bhajya Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Bhajya Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Swami Jaya Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jai. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Jagannath Swami Oh Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Jagannath Swami Bolo Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Jagannath Jaya Nitya Gaura Sundar Jaya Nitya Gaura Sundar Nitya Gaura Sundar Jaya Nitya Gaura Sundar Jaya Radha Madhava Giri Govardhan Jaya Radha Madhava Nitya Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Jai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bo Jai Bo Vishwapad Paramat Parivraj Jagadasto Dashina He Devang Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Nitya Leela Pravishachal Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Jai Guru Parampara Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai Namachara Shil Haridas Thakur Ki Jai प्रेम से गो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य ब्रह्म नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरि गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा गुण गिरी गोधन के जय श्री नवदेव माय प्रधाम के जय मथुरा द्वारका पुरुष अयोध्या प्रधाम के जय पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथ प्रधाम के जय भगवान जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा देवी श्री सुधन चक्र के जय श्री राधा माधव जी के जय गिरी गोविंद गिरिराज महाराज के जय निताई निताई गौर सुंदर के जय गंगा माँ यमुना में जय, वृंदो जय भक्त देव जय, समस्त भक्त वृंद के जय, हरि नाम संकीर्तन के जय, हरे कृष्ण महामंदिर के जय, इस्कॉन बाल्टीमोर यात्रा के जय, निता 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 गौर प्रेमानंदी, हरि हरि बोल. All glories assembled devotees, Hare. All glories assembled devotees, Hare. All glories assembled, Hare Krishna. All glory, all glory, Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga Upad.
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रहलाद लाददायिने प्रहलाद लाददायिने हिरण्या काशीपुरवक्षा हिरण्या हिरण्याकशिपुरवक्षा शिलटङ्कनखलाये शिलटङ्कनखलाये इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह इतो यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह बहिर्नरसिंह हृदय नरसिंह बहिर्नरसिंह हृदय नरसिंह बहिर् नरसिंह मदीं शरणां प्रपदे नरसिंह मदीं शरणां प्रपदे तब कर कमलवरेण काम अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगा केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तब कर कमलवरे जय नरसिंह देव। जय जगदीश हरे। तब कर कमल बरे नखम अद्भुत श्रृंगार, दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनु भृंगा, केशवधृत नरहरि रूपा, जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। तब कर कमल भरे नखम अद्भुत श्रृंगार, दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनु भृंगा, केशवधृत नरहरि रूपा, जय जगदीश हरे। केशवधृत नरहरि रूपा, जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। जय केशवधृत नरहरि रूपा, जय जगदीश हरे। जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव, जय नरसिंहदेव, जय नरसिंहदेव। जय प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, जय हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, तोर हरि बोल। जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। सर्ववाद विघ्न विनाशकारी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, ताई गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna. Okay, well, Krishna loves that you have come here to see him in person, but he can take some enthusiasm also. I'll try once more. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, I see he's smiling now. Well, thank you very much for coming to ISKCON of Baltimore, New Kulina Gram. I would like to thank all the devotees who have dressed the deities today. So please give a big Hari Bol to the devotees. Today, we have one sponsor for the feast. The names are Sidnath Singh Prabhuji and Meera Singh Mataji. They're sponsoring for their granddaughter. So please, we'll chant the Hare Krishna mantra once for them. For the devotees are there? You there? Oh yes, okay, please. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare. Please. Thank you very much. Okay. And the cooks for today's feast, Janvi Mataji and her team. So you're in for a good treat today. Yeah. Okay, so we have a couple of programs for you this evening. We're going to start with a shloka recitation by the children of our Sunday school. We have two groups. There's a Subhadra school that had the kids from 4 to 7. And then we have the Jagannath, which is 8 to 12. So they'll be reciting some shlokas which they have memorized during their classes. Oh yes, anybody new here coming for the first time? No? Okay. Welcome to all the ones coming here again.
Hare Krishna to all dear devotees. Deities. Little more that side. Okay. Hare Krishna to all dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. So as we all celebrated Gita Jayanti last month, so our kids would also like to celebrate. So they have memorized some of the shlokas, so they'll be presenting in front of you. First, we'll start with the Subhadra class. So they are like 4 to 7 years old. So please encourage them. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, my name is Ritika Mishra and reciting 2.13. Dehinosmin yata dehe kamaram yavanam jara tata dehe tata prapti didastata namoyati.
Hare Krishna. My name is Krishna. I'll recite 1.1 and 9.24. Distra Truasa Dharma Sete Guru Sete Samaveda Yusama Mamaka Panda Cheva Amakata Samjaya. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome vatya prachati tadam vatya pratam asname pratatmana. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, I am doing 2.14 and Matra Sparsastu Konte Sitoshina Sukha Dukkadaha Agam Pahino Nityasta Mastitiksa Bharata, and I am doing 2.4 Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarasya Vidu Sakale Namata Yogo Nashta Parantapa.
Chapter 2, verse 7. Karpanadosha upahata shababa vichamitam dharma samurachataha yasriyachat nishtitam ruhitam me shishastyam shadimam tuam prapannam.
Chapter 2, verse 13. Another one.
Chapter 2, verse 13. Dehinasmin jata dehe komaram juvanam jara tatadantara prapti riyastatra namayati.
Very well. Hare Krishna.
Hello everyone, my name is Hare Krishna everyone, my name is Avyukta. Today I'm gonna tell the shlokas. Dehinosmin yadade komaram yoranam jara tatadihi na praptil diyastattanamuyati matasparshaste konteya sitosna shukadukada matapapayano nitya tamsitiksha subharata.
Aditri, you go.
Hello, my name is Hare Krishna. My name is Aditri. I'm gonna recite 4.35 and 5.29 and 6.47. Tadvitti paripratena pariprashnena seveya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninastatvadarshina. Bhuktaram yajna tapasa sarvaloka maheswaram suhridam sarvabhutana gyatva mam shanti mrityati. Yoginam api sarvesha madgatenantaratmana shraddha ma bhajate yo mam same yuktatamo mataha. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Damodar. Dharma dharma samete evam yove tatvata tatateham upanarjama neti ameti swa Arjuna.
Hare Krishna, my name is Raseshwar. I'm reciting 2 shlokas. Patram pushpam palantoyam yome bhaktir priyachati tat aham bhakti uparatam ashnam priyata manaha daino asmin yata dehe komaram yovanasara tata aham yam praktir tirastatra namohiti.
Hare Krishna, my name is Tanisha. I'm reciting two shlokas 15.1 and 18.66. Shri Bhagwana Vacha Uddhamulam Adashakam Ashwatam Pahurayam Sandam Chandam Yasya Parnani Yasya Tam Veda Saveda Vita Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tam Sarva Papebhyo Mukhyashami Ma Sachaha.
Hare Krishna, my name is Vishnu. I'm gonna be reciting 9.2 and 9.14. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitramidamuttamam Pachiksha Dharmyam Susukham Kartumavyayam Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Yatantasya Jridavata Tamasyantasya Mam Bhaktya Nityayukta Upasate.
So now we'll be doing Jagannath class. They'll be doing even translation also.
Hare Krishna, my name is Aradhya. I will be reciting 3 verses from Bhagavad Gita. 5.18. Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmane Kavihashine Suri Cheva Sapakesha Pandita Samadarshana. Translation. As a humble sage with virtue knowledge sees with equal vision a learned Brahmana, a cow, a dog, and a dog eater equally. 9.26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadayam bhaktya paritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Krishna says in this verse, if one offers me with love devotion, a fruit, a flower, water, and leaf, I will accept it. 18.66. Sarvadharma parityaja mamekam shravanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha vishyami masucha. Krishna says in this verse to Arjuna, leave all religion, surrender unto me, I will vanquish all your sins, do not worry. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, my name is Aryan. Today I'll be reciting Bhagavad Gita Sloka number 18.66. Sarva Dharma Parityaja Mamekam Saranam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshasyami Ma Sucha. Krishna says, just chant my name and I'll give everything you need. Hare Krishna.
Hi Krishna, my name is Gaurangi and I'm going to be reciting the Bhagavad Gita Shlokas 9.26, 10.9 and 10.10. 9.26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktya uprahatam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Krishna says in this verse, if someone offers in love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, and water, I'll accept it. 10.9. Ma chitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantas chamam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted into their service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss to enlightening one and another and conversing about me. 10.10. Tesham satata yuktana bhajata priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupiyantite. To those who are consistently serving me in love, I give them the understanding by which they can come to me. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, my name is Hari Gopal. Today I'm going to be reciting shlokas 2.13 and 2.14. Dehinosmin yata dehe komaranyovanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dhirastatra namuyati. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into each body at death. Matrasparshastu Kaunteya Shitosna Sukha Dukadaha Agamapayano Nityastam Titikshasva Bharata. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress appear and disappear like winter and summer seasons. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna. My name is Tasani. Today I'll be reciting chapter 18, text 61. Ishwaram sarabhutanam hrdase arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarabhutanam yantrarudani mayaya. Now translation. The Supreme Lord is sitting on everybody's heart, O Arjun, and is directing every living entities, who is sitting on a machine made out of material energy. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, my name is Kavya and I'm reciting Bhagavad Gita shlokas and translations of 7.3, 7.7 and 7.14. 7.3 shloka. Manushanam sahasreshu kashid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kashid mamveti tatvatah. Translation. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and those who have attained perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. 7.7 Bhagavad Gita Shloka. Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre mani ganaiva. O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. 7.14 Daivihi esha gunamayi mama maya jiratyaya mameva ye prapajyanti maya me tam taranti te. Translation. This divine energy of mine, consisting the three modes of material nature, is very difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, my name is Nandani. I'm going to be reciting Bhagavad Gita Shloka 4.6 in its translation. Ajo pisan avyayatma bhutanam ishvaro pisan prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavamyatma mayaya. Now translation. Although I'm unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I'm the Lord of all living entities, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, my name is Parmesh. I'm reciting 2.11. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Ashochananda Shochastvam Pragya Cha Basiste Gatasum Zagatasum Cha Nanda Shochanti Panditaha. The translation of this sloka is: the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning that is now worthy of grief. Those who are wise limit for the living nor for the dead. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, my name is Shukla and I will be reciting Bhagavad Gita slokas 4.9, 4.10 and 4.11 with translation. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tatvataha tyaktva devam punarjanma naiti mameti sarjana. This sloka means, if you understand Krishna's transcendental birth and activities, you will not take birth on this material world again. Pitaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mamupashitaha bhavavo jnana tapasa puta madbhavamagataha. If you're free from fear, attachment, and anger and have fully been absorbed in Krishna, you will attain Krishna's love. Yeya tamam prapadyante tansateva bhajamyaham mama vartmanuvartante manushapata sarvasaha. Everyone surrenders to Krishna whether they know it or not, and Krishna reciprocates to them accordingly. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, everybody. My name is Vaishnavi. I'm going to recite 9.26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakta uparitam asnami prayatatmana. If one offers me with love and devotion, a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, my name is Yuvan and I will be reciting chapter 9, verse 26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhakta prayachati taraham bhakti uparatam ashmani prayatatmanaha. Translation: if one offers me with love and devotion, a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Hare Krishna, thank you.
So I request everybody please give a big round of applause to all the kids for their hard work. Thank you so much. And I would like to thank Neela Madhav Prabhuji for giving the kids this opportunity. And and I request all kids to please come over here. Prabhuji would like to take a group photo. And I would also like to announce if you see any kids or if you want to enroll some of your kids who have not enrolled in the Sunday school, please you can contact Shyama Bhakti Mataji, Naval Kishore Mataji, or you can just contact me so that we can guide you and give the suggestions. So they'll be learning so many things. So, okay, thank you.
And a big round of applause for the teachers, Radharani Mataji and Naval Kishori Mataji. It's a big round. It's a big round. Thank you. Okay, so our speaker for today, okay, let the crowd settle down for a minute. And please, everybody can move forward now so that they can make more space. We accommodate a lot of people in this one room. More than 1,000 people can fit in here. Okay, so I'd like to welcome our speaker today, Sundaranand Prabhu. Very Sundaranand Prabhu. Oh, here he is. So Sundaranand Prabhu, he's truly an embodiment of dedication and sincerity. He has touched so many hearts by his different services. You know, his community outreach, book distribution, and also many other temple services. If you have interacted with him at any level, you would know how dedicated it is. And then he surely gives us this impression that how by practicing bhakti sincerely, you can get to the point of joy and purpose in life. And he's a senior disciple of His Holiness Romapad Swami Maharaj, and he's going to talk about New Year resolutions today. So please welcome Sundaranand Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for making the time. Time is the most valuable resource for all of us. So you chose to come to the temple today and spend time with all of us together. So I have time till 6:10 today because of the slokas recitation today. So it'll be 10 minutes longer than usual. Okay, let us try. I'll briefly offer prayers and then we can start. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vundam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so welcome. Wish you very happy New Year to all of you. So the topic is New Year resolution. It's a big topic with different angles we can discuss. So I'll choose 2-3 angles today. So overall, depending upon the time, I was hoping we'll discuss what is the. We all want to be happy. We wish each other happy New Year. So what is the ultimate happiness? What is the ultimate goal of for life? That's where I'll start briefly, so that we are all choosing the eternal happiness as a goal. And then, with that ultimate goal established, we'll also discuss how we can establish all other goals in our life in different levels, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. How we can establish different goals. And then, more importantly, how do we ensure that goals can be met? That means the resolutions will last for the whole year. So that is the other portion. So essentially, we'll focus on the ultimate goal of life in the beginning. And then we talk about setting all other goals in relation to other ultimate goals. And then we talk about how do we last the goals? How do we stay with the goals? How do we achieve our goals? So hopefully this will be relevant for all of us. So let me see. How many of you, I don't know, if you're not shy, you can raise your hands. How many of you set a New Year resolution this year already? Okay, few. Okay. How many of you wish to set a New Year resolution in the next few days? Okay, few. So those who did not raise the hand, do you see any relevance of setting goals in our life? Not New Year resolutions, but how many of you see relevance of setting goals in life? Okay, very good. Thank you. So I hope you'll walk away with something meaningful for your life with this talk today. So some of these are principles based on scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So we'll start with the first section. I talked about the ultimate goal of life. So we all want to be happy and we wish everyone to be happy. In fact, all the things we are pursuing in life is for that one goal, happiness. Some are pursuing for money, some are pursuing to become famous, some are pursuing to become very healthy, some are pursuing for nice friendships, nice relationships. Everything we are doing in life is for this one goal, to become happy. So however, we all have the experience that life has these ups and downs. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are a little sad. Sometimes happy, sometimes sad. These difficulties or these problems in life come even though I don't want it. Even though all of us don't want it, we are surrounded with different kinds of problems. For example, disease. For example, old age. Nobody wants it, but we get it. Similarly, problems due to our own body, different ways. Problems due to our own mind and different kinds of worries and anxieties that we have. Problems due to other living entities, whether it's the animals, human beings, insects, bacteria, virus, this season for colds also. So are problems due to natural disturbances like very, very cold right now. In fact, in Satya Yuga, previous ages, it used, the climate is very nice, peaceful all the time, pleasant it seems. So for us, we have hot weather, too cold weather like that. Earthquakes come, floods come, different people suffer because of these things. So whether we want or not, the problems are coming. Even though we all have one goal, become happy, somehow or other. But still problems are coming. So in Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam and the Vedic scriptures, they tell us we should all aim for unending, eternal, unlimited happiness. Not just try for happiness for 5 minutes, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, no. We want to get eternal happiness, happiness that doesn't stop. That is what we need to aim for. And because we got this human form of life, not animal form of life, not insects, not birds, because of that, we have that capacity to inquire about that higher goal. And we have the capacity to strive towards that higher goal. And we have the capacity given by Krishna to achieve that higher goal also, eternal happiness. So, it's described the happiness, eternal happiness is achieved in relation to the source of all of us, the Supreme Lord Krishna. That means when we understand that we are part and parcel of Krishna, the Supreme Being, when we understand our relation with Supreme is as a servant to the Master, then we engage ourselves in devotion service towards Krishna, then we can experience happiness. Not only that, Srimad Bhagavatam describes, we can experience satisfaction right now. And also, we'll go back to Krishna in eternal service to Him and eternally happy. And the happiness keeps on increasing, not a limited happiness like that in the spiritual world. So that is what we need to aim for, not something cheap, 5 minutes happiness, 1 hour happiness like that. So that's what scriptures say. So scriptures are not saying don't try for happiness. Try for happiness, but try for eternal happiness. Something that doesn't go away, not for temporary happiness. Yeah? So that is the ultimate goal of life. And scriptures also tell us to reach that ultimate goal of life, we need to practice devotional service we discussed. What is the devotional service? How can we practice? That's a big subject matter. But in short, scriptures describe that all the rules and regulations of devotional service are summarized in one statement. Always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. So that is the way whole rules and regulations are summarized. That means do's and don'ts. All summarized in this one. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. But how do we do that practically in this life? It starts with association of devotees. So we can get guidance, what to do, how to do, what happens if you do this, like that. And in the association of devotees, we learn one of the most important thing that we need to focus in our life as a devotees is to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In fact, some devotees describe everything else we are doing in devotional service, whether it's hearing, whether it's singing glories of Krishna, sharing something about Krishna, discussing pastimes of Krishna, or whether it is doing some sacrifice for Krishna, everything that we are doing in devotional service can be calibrated to focus on chanting of the holy name. I used to think, how is that possible? Then I contemplated for some time on that subject. You can also contemplate for some time to see that how when we hear something from Guru Sadhu Shastra, they're emphasizing the importance of chanting of the holy name. Or they're telling something about our relationship with Krishna. So with that understanding of Sambandha Gnana, of our relationship with Krishna, we can chant the holy name with that understanding properly. And then and also we hear about Abhideya Gnana. That means how to practice devotion service like that. And those also are describing how we need to develop a relationship with Krishna through chanting of the holy name. For example, Srimad Bhagavatam ends with the chanting of the holy name as the main thing that we need to practice like that. So like that, And Bhagavad Gita, Krishna describes many places that person who has these qualities, person who is humble, person who is patient, person who is kind, person who is giving shelter to others, person who preaches the message of Bhagavad Gita, they're all dear to me, like that he describes. So all these qualities that are dear to Krishna, we get also by starting with the chanting of the holy name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that means, and the way we can do this is when we remember what is our ultimate goal, which is to be eternally happy in the service of Krishna. When we remember that ultimate goal, then whatever decisions we're making in life, including moment by moment choices we make in life, that can be connected towards that ultimate goal. That is the desire. In fact, one of the devotees in our congregation has this on their WhatsApp status that devotion progress depends on moment to moment choices, not choices once a year, not choices once in 10 years. What are we doing every moment? What are we supposed to make decisions moment by moment? What we are supposed to do is, scriptures describe, we're supposed to, many talk about surrender to Krishna. So the surrender to Krishna is described in a verse that has 6 limbs for surrendering. Out of them, first 2 I'll describe. Anukulasya sankalpa, pratikulasya varjanam. Anukulasya sankalpa means whatever is favorable for devotion service, we accept it. Whatever is not favorable for devotion service, we reject it. So that is what we are doing moment by moment, basically, every moment. In fact, that is a simple formula as devotees, practicing devotees, to make all decisions. Is this favorable to Krishna? Is this pleasing to Krishna? Is this not pleasing to Krishna? Is this unfavorable to Krishna? Or is Krishna doesn't like it, like that? So we can evaluate with that barometer. Then the question comes, how do we know what is favorable to Krishna consciousness? What is pleasing to Krishna? That is why we'll hear from Guru, Sadhu, and hear from Shastra, read Shastra, scriptures. Then we know what is pleasing to Krishna, what is favorable to Krishna consciousness, what is favorable to my bhakti to grow, like that. So then we take, accordingly, each moment we can discuss. For example, if I feel like shouting at somebody, is that pleasing to Krishna? Obviously no. Why? Because Krishna loves everybody. Krishna wants us to live together cooperatively. So then when you get the answer, when we establish what is our ultimate goal, then when we are running moment by moment decisions, everything is taken care of. For example, a simple example I'll give you. For example, I don't take care of my health. I take care of only bhakti, chanting, hearing, reading, that's all. Then somebody may ask a question, is that pleasing to Krishna if I don't take care of my health? Obviously no, because Krishna was the first person who wants us to be eternally, always happy. So when our health is bad, we are not happy. When health is bad, we cannot do devotion service. So now there are 2 impetuses. One is Krishna loves us to be healthy. And only when I'm healthy, then I can serve Krishna. When we understand these 2, then we naturally take care of our health by eating properly, not eating whatever we want. Then by taking care of the body with proper yoga or exercise, whatever we choose, like that, and also sleep. So like that health will fall into line. And then coming to relationships, we discussed briefly about relationships. So if I understand everybody is part and parcel of Krishna, everybody is dear to Krishna, everybody has potential to serve Krishna, then naturally my dealings will be to increase the potential of service to Krishna, not stop the potential of service to Krishna. So with that understanding, our dealings also will be nice to each other. Similarly, when we're doing office work also. So when we connect to the ultimate goal, if I go to the office and do this work, then I get some money, so I can peacefully practice Krishna consciousness by taking care of my family, taking care of myself, and practice Krishna consciousness. When I see that in that consciousness, then I don't overdo the work by not able to do time for chanting, hearing, like that, devotion service. I do it right amount of time. Because the purpose of doing the work is to do devotional service, not the other way around. So then when I'm connecting with the ultimate goal, everything like this in life, then our life becomes perfect. So we are all practicing towards that goal. So obviously we are not perfect now, many of us, but by practicing, by keeping Krishna in the center, that means by evaluating everything, is it pleasing to Krishna? That's what is called Krishna in the center. Then our life and all the goals will be in accordance with Krishna and will reach the ultimate goal in time. So we can strive like this in life with enthusiasm, confidence, and patience. That Rupa Goswami mentions in a book called Nectar of Instruction. So that we can do. So now, so we discussed first topic about what is the ultimate goal so far and how everything can be connected to ultimate goal. Now let us switch to the second topic, which is connected to the first topic. So what kind of goals we need to set? And at the transition points like this new year, there's a renewed enthusiasm for everybody. Something new is coming. So we utilize that enthusiasm to reflect on the past and then select the right resolutions for us that will support the ultimate resolution, ultimate goal, which is to be eternally happy in service of Krishna. So now to do that, at these transition points like New Year, like for some Gaura Purnima, for some Diwali, like that, we utilize these transition points for spiritual transformation and spiritual progress and progress in life. So these are the points that will give us time for opportunity for reflecting. So so how do we reflect? We take some time, like 10 to 20 minutes or more, depending upon the person. Take a paper and pen, write down what worked well in the last year. And then one column. And the column, what did not work last year well. So now, when you look at what worked well, then you know why that worked well. That means we did some endeavor, so because of which that worked well. So we need to capture the principles, essence from the last year experiences we have. Then we know we need to repeat that same thing, not lose it, not as a one-time affair. So we need to repeat what helped to make things work last year. So like that, capture some essences. And then look at the column, what did not work well. Then instead of just seeing at the superficial level, I failed in this, I failed in this, I failed in this, what caused towards that failure? For example, I wanted to read Bhagavad Gita every day last year, but I could only read half of the year, 6 months only. Not 6 months I could not read. Then I can analyze what made me read for the 6 months. For those days I read, what contributed to be able to read. That's an important lesson we can learn about ourselves, our mind and our behavior, our psychology we come to know through that experience, understanding. Then similarly, what went wrong when I could not read the Bhagavad Gita on those days? Then you learn some lessons also around that. For example, I worked too much that day. That way I could not do. So more 5 months I worked 12 hours instead of 8 hours, for example. Or I kept it to the last part of the day. I thought I will read before night time, before sleeping. But most of the night time, on those days, I noticed when I come to night time, I'm very, very tired. I don't have time to read. Oh, maybe I should read a little bit earlier instead of night time, bedtime. Like that, we can learn lessons from our failure also. That's why many people talk about failure is a stepping stone of success. How is it so? Because we can learn a lot from the failure. The lessons about not only how things work, but also how we work with things. Then we know what kind of resolutions will work for us, what kind of resolutions don't work for us. For example, I had the desire to read scriptures for some time, but I was never able to read. Then sometime I found out when I read with another devotee, then it will go to steady every week, every day, every week it will go like that. So that's a learning I got. Otherwise, so many years I never could read any scriptures. That is one example. Second example is when we understand that my nature is when I need to do something for others, then I make it a higher priority compared to what I need to do myself. Then I create circumstances in my life where I need to read Bhagavad Gita from a devotee. discuss Bhagavad Gita from a devotee, with a devotee. So we set a time. Next week, we'll discuss Bhagavad Gita on Sunday at 1 p.m. So then, for me, I want to keep that commitment. I want to help them also. I want to get help myself also. So then I keep the commitment and read for that 1 week so that I can discuss. If I don't read, I cannot discuss, right? So like that, we learn from our what did not work well also. So that's the reflection past. Now, one thing what we need to do with what we did not work well is, we need to learn to repent in a constructive way. Repent in a way that is not harmful for us. That means repentance should not go into ignorance. Repentance should not go into guilt and shame that we can't positively make any steps. The repentance in what did not work well should lead us to taking some positive steps. So that way we can make things work this year. That is another thing to remember about repentance. Another thing, so now we reflected on ourselves, what worked well, what did not work well, and learned some principles now. Now we can also consult mature mentors that we have, mature devotees we have in our association we have. And then in some situations where you need it, then based on that, our self-reflection and guidance from the seniors, mentor, then we can formulate the resolutions that will work for this year like that. So now we talked about already the ultimate resolution for all of us, which is to be eternally happy in service to Krishna. That we already understood. Now, everything else we are doing should be aligned to that ultimate goal also we discussed. Now, to set the goals for rest all the areas of the life, there are 2-3 ways to look at it, our whole life. One categorization I like to look at is health, sadhana. Sadhana means practices that we are doing in devotion service, chanting, hearing, reading, like that. Family and relationships, and then service. So this is 4 areas we can look at. What should I have any goal in health this year? Should I have any goal in sadhana, family, and service? Like that we can look at. And why all this we are doing? Again, for the ultimate goal only. So that is one categorization. Another way to look at is, some people like the model of what are the roles I am performing in this lifetime. I am a son, I am a brother, I am a father, I am a husband, I am a friend, I am a community member of ISKCON, I am an office employee. Like that, you take different functions that we are doing in different roles and see what roles, how am I doing in each of these roles. If I give 10 marks to each of these roles, am I scoring 1, 5 or 10 for each of the roles? So we can score like that. Once you score like that, then whatever is weak areas, we create some goals to improve in each of the roles, for example. And obviously, the goal should be limited to minimum we can digest, 3 to 4 maximum. So then the momentum can last for a long time, and then we can really make progress on them. And good thing about the goals is, if we achieve one goal, Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra ki jai, Nitai Gaur Sundar ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We'll go for another 10 minutes till 6:10 only. So we look at each of the roles, how am I doing? Then actually, if you really take a paper and pen, many of us will be surprised how we are doing in each of the area. We have in the back of the mind, I'm not doing well with my family, I'm not doing well with service, whatever is there. As a brother, as a son, as a father, like that. But when we take a paper and write it down, then we see the reality. Oh, I'm only doing, on these 3 areas, I'm doing less than 5. Other areas, I'm doing more than 5. So let me focus on them. Like that. So that is another way we can identify what goals we can have. Then we can keep the goals for the year. So that is the second topic. First topic was, what is our ultimate goal of life? Second topic is, how do you reflect on the past and how do we decide the goals for the new year, like that. That's 2 things we understood now. The third aspect is, it's described, there are many surveys done to understand that many people set the new year goals but they last only for few weeks, it seems, rather for month or two, not longer. So why is that? That means there's no proper preparation to achieve the goals that we are setting. So we need to set the right goals that we really want to achieve, not all the goals that others want us to achieve. The goals really I want to achieve, that only should be my goals. And then write them down. Writing down the goals has very great power, it seems, psychologists describe. Pen and paper is even more better, it seems, compared to phone, writing on the phone, maybe, notes like that. So write down the goals. And then there are, there's a devotee called Chaitanya Chan Prabhu who nicely summarizes how do we ensure our goals go for long term, we'll achieve the goals like that. He summarizes with 4 key terms. One is inspiration. We all setting a goal because we are inspired for certain thing in our life. So that inspiration. The nature of inspiration is, inspiration comes in bursts. It doesn't last every day. So, but we are catching the inspiration to set a goal. But the inspiration doesn't last unless we do something. What is it something? Inspiration is at a mental level, at the mind level. So, we need to, Bhagavad Gita says, intelligence is above the mind. Mind is above the senses. Above the intelligence is soul. So, we need to sharpen our intelligence. We need to develop conviction with our intelligence. What is the conviction we want to develop? One is, I can do it, number one. How I can do it, we'll discuss again. I can do it, number one. Number two, we need to develop the reasons why we want to develop that, have that goal achieved. 2 kinds of reasons. One is, if I achieve the goal in 1 year, how will that look like? What is it beneficial for me? How is it beneficial to me? How does it look like? Success look like? Like that we need to envision, number one part. That means positive. If you're successful, what happens? Then that is the reason for us to strive for the goal. Another is, if I don't achieve the goal, what is wrong with it? If my answer for that question, if I don't achieve the goal, nothing will happen, then naturally I'm not motivated with that goal. Because anyway, even if I don't achieve the goal, nothing will happen. It's okay. Life will go on like that. Then it's not a strong impetus for me. So we need to find the positive why. We need to find the negative why. If you achieve, what happens? If you don't achieve, what happens? This will strengthen our intelligence and conviction for us. So that way, this can help us whenever our inspiration is low. This can help us with rational faculty. Yes, we need to do it because it's good for us, like this. Like that. So inspiration we talked about. Conviction we talked about at the intelligence level. Next is facilitation. Facilitation means ensure an ambience or environment that is supportive to achieving the goals. For example, I mentioned a couple of times, let us say my goal is to read every day 2 slokas of Bhagavad Gita, let us say. Then I need to keep my Bhagavad Gita close to me, wherein I have time. I need to set aside every day I'm going to read after my dinner in the night time or after my lunch in the every day. I need to set some time for it. This habit experts call it habit stacking. That means you will not miss lunch, most people at least. Then you would stack it with the lunch. Or anyway, you will not take fresh bath every day. So right after bath, you will read like that. Some stack like that, number one. So that means you're fixing the sankalpa, it's called intention. You're fixing the intention. So that will help us to read every day. And that means whatever is needed to achieve that goal, we need to keep it close to that. That means we need to keep the path close, path open to achieve that goal. That means for me to read Bhagavad Gita should not be in the 5th floor that I cannot, whenever I need to read Bhagavad Gita, I need to go to 5th floor. My motivation is gone by the time I go to 2nd floor. Not like that. So we should be keep it ready, close to us. Similarly, some people want to drink more water. Keep the water jug ready next to you when you're working. Then you can drink. So keep the path favorable for you for achieving that goal. Second aspect is take away the obstructions that are obstructing you from that goal. For example, if my goal is to limit sweets, every week I will eat 1 sweet, for example, is my goal. Then I don't keep cakes next to me while I'm doing office work every day. or I buy a bunch of sweets and keep it in the fridge every day. Then naturally, I'll get an opportunity, I will take it next time. So we do limit our access also for what is not helpful for us. So that's the second thing. So that's the other way. And another thing that's about facilitation. How we ensure we can reach the goal like that. So we talked about inspiration, we talked about conviction, we talked about facilitation. The fourth thing is association. Association is also very powerful. When we have, let us say, my goal is to read Bhagavad Gita 2 verses every day. I find out anybody else would like to read Bhagavad Gita with me two slokas every day. We don't have to read together. We both have same goal. That is great. As long as we both have same goal, then we can motivate each other. When we come to Sunday temple, oh Prabhu, I'm coming to second chapter already. I finished my first chapter already. I'm in second chapter. How many you completed? You are also in second chapter? Oh no? Okay, let's do it. Catch up like that. That way, association will help us to go together. That one. Association has a lot of topics in it. For example, association can be somebody who's senior also, because they can give inspiration to us, they can give guidance to us, they can give encouragement to us while we're progressing on our goals like that. And then we can be inspiration for others also. That's also association also. For example, we tell our junior, I'm planning to read 2 slokas every day. Then next time before I go to junior, I want to confirm, I want to be an example to them. So for that reason, I will read my 2 slokas every day, for example. That's the association. We talked about inspiration, conviction, facilitation, association. Last thing is devotion. This is a very important one, because most of us may not connect devotion with everything else we are doing in life. But when we strengthen our devotion, when we do our chanting of Hare Krishna properly, then by doing the devotion service properly, what is happening is we are purifying our heart. And through this purification, we actually get rid of lot of distractions in life. Lot of bad habits will go away. And that means we are able to focus more on our goals that we want to achieve. So, in fact, this purification is the most important thing, because facilitation can protect us sometime, association can protect us sometime, but the devotion is the silver bullet. When our devotion grows, then our mind gets purified. Then with mind purification, then the pathways are very clear to focus on what we want to achieve in the life. So that's what I wanted to share. So we talked about what is the importance of ultimate goal in human form of life. We talked about how to set the goals by reflecting on the past year. And we talked about how to continue our goals so we can achieve them this year. I want to pause there. Anybody has any reflections or any comments, questions? We have about 1.5 minutes or so. If you have a question, you can raise your hand. Prabhuji will give you the microphone. Question or a comment?
I have a few questions.
Oh, good.
So, Prabhuji, you talk about inspiration, conviction, preparation, facilitation, association, devotion, a couple of points. And the few things I want to know, like in our devotional journey, why we need to wait for such an opportunity? Oh, this is a new year, then only I need to set up a goal. And why we should not thought about set up a micro goal rather than a long-term goal. Oh, I will do this, because we don't know what would be our time, place, and circumstances. And it will be very difficult. Today I'm thinking, okay, I'll read maybe 20 verses daily, but not necessary that after 2 months I will be able to do. So in that way, if I have a shorter goal, I can do retrospect better, and I can know where I am. And now at that point in time, I can think, okay, now should I reduce my goal? So I just want to understand what's your thought process. That's my first question.
Let's stop there. Okay, thank you. So it's a nice question and nice. Actually, your answer is also in the question only. So basically, the way to deal with the long-term goals is we all should have lifetime goals. For example, I have my goals for next 20 years, what I need to achieve. And ideally limit them to 10. That way you will be forced to think what exactly my 20 years goals, 10 years goals, like that. Then we break it down to what is my 10-year goal, 5-year goal, 1-year goal, and quarterly goals and daily habit. That is the key. So that's why when describing the Bhagavad Gita example, I want to complete Bhagavad Gita in 1 year. By my daily micro goal is 2 verses a day. Then I can check. I completed my daily quota. I completed my daily quota like that. It gives motivation first, number one. Number two, it gives time to reflect every week. How did I do last week in my daily goal? Did I not do it well? Why I did not do it well? What can I change? Like that, that feedback mechanism helps. So we need to do daily reflection, weekly reflection, and then at a regular point of time to progress on goals like that.
And one more question, Prabhuji. You mentioned like every individual has a different role to play in their life, like as a father, brother, sister, husband, wife. So you mentioned like Prabhuji that we need to evaluate ourselves and give us the grade. Sometimes we cheat ourselves, correct? And then we grade, oh, we did, in all relationship, we did wonderful, 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
So what is the best mechanism to rate ourselves? Because we are not a good judge ourselves, because our ignorance and illusion, cheat us every step. So just want to know your thought process there.
Very nice question. So remember when I was talking about reflecting in past year, I told we need to do self-reflection first and then consult mentors. The purpose of that was what Prabhu is telling. Because I'm not always honest with myself, number one. Number two, I don't see myself better than others actually. Many times they can see me better than myself, as long as we have good relationship with them. So that is the other way. And the third principle I want to share with you is, for example, if you're thinking about a relationship with your wife, ask the wife, she will tell you honestly. If you want to get a honest feedback.
Thank you. Anyone else has any other questions?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah, you first, go ahead, Sandeep Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you talked about reflection. You said that when we reflect, we have to reflect in a way that it's repentance, but there should not be any hurt, as in guilt or shame. So, Prabhuji, is there any utility or a usefulness of this emotion, which is like guilt and shame? Is there any usefulness in any situation in life?
Yeah, very nice. Actually, psychological experts say most negative emotions have a very good use for it. For example, guilt. For example, let us say somebody made a mistake. Then I'm going to them. I'm planning to correct them. I'm planning to chastise them, for example. Then the moment I see the guilt emotion in them, and I see the sensations based on that in the body, in their face reactions, then it's an indication for me, you don't really need to chastise them. They're already done. Okay, that is one way negative emotions help psychologists describe. And then way is, this is about how it helps other person. And when I'm guilty myself, feeling guilty myself, if I'm staying there long term, is not helpful for me. Because guilt is not an emotion that helps us to grow. So, but if I'm guilty, for example, in a social circle, everybody is reading Bhagavad Gita verses 2 verses a day. And every week we meet to say, how are you doing? And I'm the only one every week saying that I could not get time, After 5 months, I'll realize, oh my God, I'm the only one. So then I will improve. That way, there is some positive aspect to it. But generally, guilt as emotion, we're not meant to stay there longer time because then it is not productive generally. But there are some circumstances, as an example, where it will help also. Make sense? Okay. Richa Mataji. By the way, if any of you are hungry and the prasadam is being served downstairs, feel free to leave any time. I'll answer any questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for a wonderful lecture. So I have a question, Prabhuji. Sometimes, maybe the last year might not be very good for people. People might have lost their job, might not be medically fit, out of any circumstances, family problems, something. But with, as you mentioned, that when New Year comes, we have some hopes, enthusiasm comes, and people tend to, set up the goals. But as a time passes, the circumstances doesn't improve, and people feel frustrated, and they lose the hope, and hence the goals which we set up also are left behind, and we don't realize it as in when we left it behind until we realize it by the end of the year. So, if you can give an insight, Prabhuji, how can we deal with this?
Very nice question, Mati. So the way I understood is many times we set the goal in the beginning of the year, but due to different circumstances, we either lose track of them altogether or we are not able to do because of some reason like that, right? How do we deal with it?
Because of the past year, which wasn't good, so we with the new year comes a hope that okay, this year my things will improve, my
Yes.
circumstances will improve, but the situation doesn't improve, and the desire of want that fight is there that it should improve, and the goals which we set up in the beginning, we do it with the enthusiasm, but that because of that fight, it is left behind.
Thank you. So one way to think about this thing is, first of all, we set the goal in the beginning of the year, and then we write it down and we keep it at a prominent place where we can see them, number one. And then there's something concept called weekly review. We're meant to do a weekly review of our goals. How did I do last week against my goal? 1 or 2 or 3 goals like that. That we're supposed to do. That way we don't miss, number one. We don't forget the goals. Number two, we have an opportunity to adjust the goal because of life circumstances. And it's okay to adjust the goal. That gives an opportunity to adjust the goal. That's another thing. And the third thing is, instead of repeating same thing every year, not able to do it, the solution for that is we talked about reflection and identify why I'm not able to do it. What was the reason I could not do it? Is there anything I can do better this time? We can seek guidance for that aspect. For example, I mentioned about, I started about 2 months ago reading 3 books every day. Then when I added 4th book in the new year, then I understood I cannot deal with it. So after 4 days, I dropped the 3 books and I kept 1 book as my goal. So because it's the weekly review, this gives an opportunity to change the goal to what is most important for us. Ultimately, why all these goals are there and working is there is, people say, by end of the life, I should be satisfied. I achieved what I want to do. Unfortunately, most people, when leaving the body, they say, I wish I could have done that. I wish I could have done that. I don't want to be in that position. I want to do what I want to do by end of the life now. So when we have that, that motivates us to not only set the goals, but act on the goals and regularly review them to adjust or to remind ourselves like that. Make sense, Mati? Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Anyone else has any other question?
Okay, so we can end here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
His Grace Sundaran Prabhu ki jai.